Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the James Wheeler financial class of just helping you understand some basic concepts. Today I think is also, I think they're all important concepts in this multi-series of just teaching you how money works. But one of the things that no one ever really teaches is what I call the impact of losses. And this will affect and impede your money growing and becoming everything that you think it should become. It has a lot of effect, hence the wording impact of losses. And the numbers I'm going to use today in the demonstration can be very close to the real numbers. We all will see. You can Google everything that I teach and get the real numbers, but I just want you again to understand the concept. Because once you understand the concept without all the details and get lost in the details, I'll leave that to others, then you'll be understand, oh, am I making the best choices that I can with my money? And so let me kind of show you what I mean. And so I'm a simple, easy math kind of guy you're going to find. And so I want you to understand the impact of losses. So what I'm going to talk about today is nice and easy. If I have $100 in the market, and when I define market, it's a generic way of saying mutual funds and all those other qualified accounts, 401ks and all that stuff. But if I have $100 in the market, and the market goes down 50%, I got 50 bucks. The market goes back up 50%. Well, how much money do you think you got in there? To some people, they go, oh, market's down 50, market's up 50, and most people feel like they have a full recovery. You know, we used to hear it on the radio, today the market was down 3%, and then tomorrow was up 3%. We think, oh, we're back to even. Well, let's understand this right now. If the market down's 50, your new account balance is $50, so the growth of 50% is based upon your new account balance. So half of this is 25, so your new account balance is actually $75. So if the market drops down again 50%, half of that, I'm a simple, easy math guy, okay guys? So that's about $37. And if the market goes back up 50%, again, I'm going somewhere with all this, thanks for your patience, then we're going to add in the half here again, and let's just call it double nickels, about $55 is your new account balance. So what's this got to do with anything? So I'm going to kind of do this based upon if you have money in a 401k. And there was a time when, you guys probably know, there's quite a number of people that had a 401k with an account balance of $100,000. I think that's very reasonable. I've met many people that's had that. And so what I found though is people never predicted, right? So the financial markets are what took place. So in 2008, 2011, in 2014, right? The markets, the entire markets went down approximately 50%, right? We all know it's actually about 48. You can Google all these numbers. Went back up about 42%, and went back down somewhere around 52%, and then went back up again about 38%. So understand, I'm just trying to use easy math terms. You guys can Google the real numbers, depending on which of the indices that you're following. But here's the reality that we all know. There's a lot of people that in 2006 and 2007 had an account balance of $100,000. And just think about this for a moment. How many people do you know back in, say, 2006, and they were 59 years old thinking, man, I'm going to retire in a few years, right? And they're thinking they got a little money in the bank, and then here it is a handful of years later. Now they're about 70 years old, and now they're like, I still been funding this thing, but my account balance has dropped. As you know, one of the largest groups of retiring individuals are the baby boomers. And so there was quite a number of them that say had $1 million in there. They're thinking in 2006, after all these years of contribution, that they got $1 million and they can retire, because in 2008, they're like, wow, I'm going to be like 62 years old, I got $1 million, right? I worked hard for all my years at the same job. And then tragically, here they are back in 2014, after riding all that market going, I got $500,000. I'll never be able to retire because of the impact of losses. I lost half of my account balance. And sadly, and my challenge to you is, and something to think about is, do you really think when you walk into Walmart, do you really think that 72-year-old wants to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go and greet people at Walmart? I don't think so. I think it maybe gives them something to do in the retirement, but I think unfortunately they were a victim of the market because no one showed them that they had other alternative financial vehicles to where they would never lose a dime. So I'm going to keep this kind of realistic. So my challenge to you is to think about this. What if you had $100,000, say in a 401k, 403b, those kind of accounts, and you went through the same marketplace, but you were in an indexed account? So in an indexed account, you participate in none of the losses. You capture only the growth of the market. So your 100,000, half goes back in. Your new account balance is $150,000. You participate in none of the losses. When the market goes back up 50%, half of that is 75. So your new account balance is $225,000. And I'm kind of a fan of the Forrest Gump movie, and he has the saying, right? I may not be the smartest man, however, and thank you, Forrest Gump, for teaching us some good lessons about life. If I had a choice of having $55,000 or $225,000, I think we can all agree $225,000 is way better than 55. And notice it's the same years, same market, just two different financial vehicles. Here you have the market money. It's your mutual funds, it's your IRAs, it's your 401ks, your 403bs, your 457s, all of those style accounts. And up here you have an indexed account. And so we're going to go into more about the indexed accounts, comparing what's that like compared to banks. I'm a big fan of we all should have a bank savings account. We should all have a rainy day fund. But for long-term savings to build wealth, as you can begin to see, having your money in the right financial vehicle makes a lot of difference. And so as we go along in these series, if you have questions, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to please like us on Facebook. We are likable. And send us an email. All of our contact information is there. And I'd like to help you understanding more of the details of money, how it works. And this is part of why I do what I do, because this was me too. I personally know the impact of losses and what it's like to lose money. And the sad tragedy is so does a lot of the audience here. And so my heart's desire is to at least educate you to know that there are great options out there to where you can put your money into a safe place. This is the strategies of the wealthy right here. And so when you think about who do I listen to, this is the Robert Kiyosaki stuff. This is the Warren Buffett stuff. These are the strategies of the wealthy. And so I'm hoping to pass this on to you guys. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next series. And the next series, it's going to be a comparison about index accounts compared to banks and some of those details, and how inflation can really also impact, like the impact of losses, how all these things can attribute to the impacting of how you save your money. Thank you again so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing and blessed day.